Thanks for watching this short helpful video for SharePoint Oregon.gov sites. This video demonstrates how to open and edit a page in an Oregon.gov site collection. To perform the task at hand, an author must have contribute permissions or higher in the site collection being worked on. This usually means being a member of the members or owners group in the site. Talk to your agency SPOC about gaining contribute permissions in your site collection. To begin editing a page, log into the site collection and navigate to the desired page. This can be done in more than one way. 1. Log into the site and navigate to the page needing updates. Or 2. Log into the site and use the admin cog to select Site Contents, open the Pages library, and click the name of the page to be edited. Once the page needing edits is in view, selecting Edit will open the page for editing. With the page in edit mode, clicking in a content well will activate it for edits. The first thing to look for is the metadata description and metadata keywords fields. Those two fields need to be filled in. Search engines will use the contents to accurately place the page in search results. These fields are required, and if empty, will be flagged in a site accessibility and usability scan. You'll notice that the content areas are well defined and that various page layouts have various options for content layout. These content areas are placed on the page to offer a workable variety and are not movable. When entering content, rows of content areas must be used. Leaving a single area on a row of content areas empty will result in a blank area on the page. Content in one content area will not automatically roll up to fill space left by empty content areas. Editing in the rest of the page is simply a matter of placing the cursor where the edit needs to be made. For instance, if this sentence needed to be altered, I place my cursor here using the mouse pointer and a left click and begin typing. If I wanted to add a paragraph in this section of the page, I'd place my cursor there with the mouse pointer and left click and begin entering my text. Copy and paste does not always have favorable results, but has been greatly improved since earlier versions of SharePoint. The first step is to copy the content from its source. After the content is on the clipboard, place the cursor in the desired content area of the page and right-click, select Paste, and there will be an Options menu offered. There are 3 options. 1. Paste. Pasted HTML markup stays intact, and any necessary CSS is copied in line. This is not advisable and subject to interpretation and can produce unexpected results. The warning here is that CSS is copied from the source as inline code. This is not ideal. Second is Paste Clean. Pasted HTML markup is simplified and styles are removed. This is the suggested option, default behavior of paste. Third is Paste Plain Text. Pasted HTML markup is converted to a literal interpretation. This is not advisable and can produce unexpected results. If there are images that need to be displayed on the page, they cannot be copied and pasted into the page. They need to be uploaded to the images library and manually pulled into the page from the library by placing the cursor on the page in the location the image is to be displayed and using the Images option in the Insert tab of the ribbon. Uploading images and using them on the page is covered in detail in another video, but there are two main areas of focus when discussing images. One is size. Smaller is better, and if you can get away without an image, all the better. Some visitors have limited data plans, and unnecessary images just eat up data. This can be a deterrent for visitors to return. Second is alt text. Anytime an image is used, it must be accompanied by alt text. Alt text on images is a required accessibility element. In edit mode, selecting the image on the page exposes the Image tab where alt text is entered. When hyperlinks are needed, they are put on the page by highlighting the text on the page that will be the link, and using the Insert tab of the ribbon, and choose the Link option. Links can be inserted by using a URL or by browsing to a page or document within the agency authoring environment. Using hyperlinks of various kinds is detailed in another video dealing with hyperlinks. When using a web part, place the cursor in the desired page content area and using the Insert tab of the ribbon, choose Web Part. Web parts are nearly always chosen from the Oregon category. Once the category is chosen, the web part is chosen and placed on the page with the Add button. Web parts under the other categories may work from a technical standpoint, but are not styled to match the Oregon.gov look and feel, are not responsive or accessible to the extent that the web parts under the Oregon.gov category are, and are not supported by the Oregon SharePoint team. The various ways to use web parts and point them towards appropriate lists are discussed in other videos. Some things are not possible to do just by using editing tools in the ribbon. When the need arises, the HTML of the page content can be edited directly. In the Format Text tab of the ribbon, choose Edit Source, and a window will appear showing the HTML markup of the page. Just find the area to be edited, place the cursor there, and start typing. You do need to be comfortable with HTML markup to edit effectively in this mode. When editing in the source mode, the ribbon commands are not active. When all edits are complete, click OK to save them and return to the standard view of the page. Cancel can be clicked at any time to return to the standard view of the page without applying any changes. Page properties can be edited under the Page tab of the ribbon. Choose Edit Properties to open the Page Properties page and make changes. Pages do need to be checked out to edit page properties. Page content may be edited in this screen as well, but the visual arrangement of the page is not evident in this view. Page properties will be discussed in a future video. There are 3 times an author should check in their work on a web page. 1. When the edits are complete and the page is ready for review or publishing. 2. At the end of an authoring session, like going to break or lunch or home for the day. 3. Every 30 minutes or so during the editing to ensure that if anything happens, only a small amount of work will be lost. Pages should be published only when the content is ready to be displayed and consumed by the public. Checking in and publishing are addressed in a separate video. There are more kinds of edits that can be made and more tools to discover, but what has been discussed here is enough to get you started with basic page edits on Oregon.gov web pages. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, please contact the Oregon e-Government Service Desk.